My name's Joe Biden. I work for Kamala Harris. I asked her to be my vice president because I knew I needed somebody smarter than me.
That'd be just about any Uber driver anywhere in the world. But there it is. That's Joe Biden, and I work for Kamala Harris. What a world. Yes, sir. A little Layla. Well, happy Tuesday, and welcome back. We continue to be reachable at 888-630-9625. 888-630-9625 is our telephone number. And as always, there is a lot going on because it's a mad world, isn't it? You bet it is. Man, I'm telling you. This is a tough story. This is a tough one for Democrats here. I don't know how they're going to be able to navigate this one. Transgender golfer Haley Davidson narrowly misses out on qualifying for the U.S. Women's Open. Come on, I mean, you're cheating already. You're a man. You're playing in the Women's Open and you didn't make it. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Wah, wah, wah. Transgender golfer. That's code for Democrat. Transgender golfer, cheater, known as a cheater. You're a man. You're trying to win in women's golf, trying to steal trophies from women. Nice women, real women. You know, women. Women are great. And they can be great golfers, too. But shouldn't have to play against men. And do you think he plays off the men's tees or does he play off the women's tees? Because, you know, he's got to adjust like this, got to go like this, standing on the tee box and go in there. Transgender golfer Haley Davidson missed qualifying for the U.S. Women's Open on Monday by one stroke. Write your own jokes on that one. Got to write your own. Davidson finished in a three-way tie. Now we got a three-way. We got one stroke. We got a three-way. We got everything. For third in the 36-hole qualifier. Now, I mean, honestly, are they doing this on purpose or is this by accident? At Bradenton, Florida Country Club, with rounds of 70, 73 emerging as the first alternate from the event. She, meaning he, tied two-time LPGA Tour winner Jasmine Suwanapura. And it's Lewis Olson Campbell of Sweden. Just remarkable stuff. So they got these alternatives and all that, but it's a man, as Austin Powers might say. Only the top two players advanced from the 58-player field. And amateurs, Amelie Zalzman from St. Petersburg, Florida, and Pimpisa, I'm not kidding, it's Pimpisa, that is not the best name, Pimpisa Sisutham of Thailand. That's the excuse right there. Claimed the two spots available to compete at Lancaster, Pennsylvania Country Club later this month. Well, congratulations to these women who are real women and all that implies, because I think we all like women. Do we all like women? I think we all like women. I like women. I think all normal, healthy people love women. Women are the best. They really are. Come on. Who are you kidding? And then this is a dude, and he's a man, and he was always a man. First he was a boy, and then he was a man. And then he says, I'm a lady, and I'm a lady golfer. No, you're a cheating guy is what you are, but never mind that. Pretty remarkable stuff. All right, there's a lot to get to, and very little time to do it because it's only 2 hours remaining in our humble 3-hour daily radio broadcast. And with that, let's take a phone call, Michael. We're at 888-630-9625, 888-630-9625, and that's absolutely toll-free to you, as though there are tolls anywhere on phone calls, because there really aren't anymore. Maybe overseas, but not in the country. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Connor. Connor calling from the West Virginia-Maryland state line. Connor, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Connor.
Love your show.
Thanks,
buddy.
buddy.
I've been listening for about 8 years now, I'd say, and I'd say you're doing an okay job. No, you're doing great, Chris. I love your show.
Thank you very much. I shoot for okay. I shoot for okay. Anything better than that is just gravy.
Well, I like some gravy with my dinner. I did want to speak on the Israel relations across the world. I've heard that you were talking about CARE. I had just tuned in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't like CARE either.
Yeah. CARE is, they're not on our side. They're advancing an agenda that I think most Americans would not agree with, to be generous.
Nationwide and not on our side.
That's exactly right. Definitely not on our side. Yeah, I had dealings with them going back, maybe 20 years. And there's one person in particular there that I've had dealings with who I won't even bother to mention here. Yeah, but they're putting together now a national political organization to influence the outcome of the elections in November, along with other Muslim groups. And these guys, let me just say, they're not on our side. But you called in to talk about Israel and relations around the world.
Yes, I just think it's unfortunate that the world has come to such a point where it's okay to bad talk on people and speak poorly against somebody that you don't know.
And
Even if
you're talking about the rampant anti-Semitism that we see everywhere.
yes.
Yeah, and it's okay, and it's okay because the Democrat Party has made it okay.
Unfortunately, that is the case, Chris.
Yeah, it is. And now your name is Connor, which is a very Irish name. I'm guessing you're probably not Jewish yourself.
I'm not Jewish. I am Italian, so we both share the same large facial features of that region.
Very good, very good. And what do you make of all this then, Connor?
I think it's a lot of hooey, and I don't want to see any more of it, but we're going to see more of it, and we're going to see more of it, and I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we're in the midst of a culture clash in the United States, or a cultural implosion in Western civilization, because the United States of America is supposed to be the adult in the room at all times. We're supposed to be the world leader, the moral world leader, and we've done an excellent job of maintaining that role for generations now. But we seem to be surrendering that role right about now, don't we, Connor?
Yeah, and I don't think we should be giving it up too easily. I don't believe America should be the adult in the nursing home. I believe we should be the adult of the mansion.
Yeah, I agree. We should be the shining city on the hill, the example, the exemplar of what free market capitalism and Republican form of democracy is all about. And we've been great at it, certainly since World War II. And we have led the world, and we continue for the moment to lead the world in so many ways. We became bored with chipping golf balls on the moon more than half a century ago. The medical advancements, the technological advancements, the constellations of satellites, the instantaneous global communications, the internet, computers, your smartphones, pretty much everything that represents the modern world comes out of the United States of America. And as I like to point out, Connor, comes from what the left derisively refers to as the patriarchy. The patriarchy. I'm making quotation marks with my fingers.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, patriarchy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the patriarchy. You know, most of the world should wake up every day and thank the patriarchy and thank the United States, America. And I discovered something. It took me a little while. I'm kind of slow, Connor, but I figured out that when they use this derisive term, this derogatory term, the patriarchy, what they're referring to is white men.
You don't say, Chris.
I do. Yeah. It took me a while. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I think what we're talking about here. And what did I had a story yesterday, Connor, where the Biden administration's Department of Veterans Affairs has help programs that they've stood up all across the country for veterans who are dealing with various issues. And they're for everybody except white people. They're not for the Veterans Affairs. They have the women's thing. And then they have the people of color thing. And you go down the list, and the only group excluded is white men have been excluded from Joe Biden's Department of Veterans Affairs help programs. White men are out. And where was the contract? John F. Kennedy Airport, John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. The Biden administration last week announced a $2.3 billion project to upgrade and remodel John F. Kennedy Airport, and all of the contracts will go to companies that are controlled and owned by people of color or women. It's the same thing again. Now, if you look at people of color, and that means not white people, or women, that means women, and that includes white women, then that's fine. It's everybody, the companies, the $2.3 billion in public funds will go to everybody except white men. And this is, honestly, Connor, I'm thinking about taking their electricity away.
Oh, that doesn't seem too easy to do, Chris. But, you know, with the flip of maybe one or two switches, that would be possible.
I think it's possible. Look, you know, I mean, again, we were driving dune buggies on the moon 50 years ago. Guess we can figure out how to turn off just their, you know, in California, they've figured out how to turn off people's electricity by accident, you know, by screwing everything up so badly with rolling blackouts and stuff like that. So I think we can do it. Maybe we'll start by taking away their cellular telephone technology. Just switch it off.
Yeah, I'd like to accidentally get back some of my taxes, please.
Yeah, I'd like that too. I'd like that very much as well. Yeah, we got it's crazy you mentioned that because my best girl and I had some crazy mail over the weekend and yesterday from the IRS. And it turns out we overpaid or something, and they actually sent us a check, and it was for more than $1,000. It was for more than $2,000, and they sent us a check, said you overpaid us. You overpaid us, and in the same letter it says, and we're going to charge you $590 penalty for underpaying us. In the same letter, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. There's a check in here saying that we overpaid you, and there's a penalty for underpaying you. And that's the IRS for you. That's your government at work. Pretty amazing stuff. But that's enough about me. But, you know, honestly, the idea that you're going to give out $2.3 billion in contracts to upgrade John F. Kennedy Airport, and everybody gets, to wet their beak, like, the five families meeting in New York and The Godfather, to wet their beak, but there will be no white men, all right? There can be white women, but they probably won't do that either. That you can be a woman-owned company, get a contract. You can be a person of color company, get a contract. But if you're a white male company, no contract for you. Honestly, you guys should just be happy you can hang with us.
Oh, I'm surely happy to hang, but maybe I'll get some spray tan like President Trump and get a little darker this summer, see how that goes for me.
Maybe you get a contract that way. You never know. That could work. You know, Rachel Dolezal would get a contract. She's a white woman pretending to be a black woman, and the Democrat Party, they're working miracles everywhere. Connor, thank you for the nice call. Also, you're on the West Virginia and Maryland border, so there's a primary going on in both of those states today. You're going to vote today, right?
You know what? Now I will vote, Chris.
Got to vote, man. Got to vote. It's got to save our democracy. Donnie Douche on MSNBC said voting Republican means an end of democracy. Democracy itself. Yeah, you got to go vote, buddy. You know, It's an honor. It's a privilege. It's a duty. It's a moral obligation. Got to vote. Always got to vote. And thanks to Democrats, you can actually register after you vote and then go vote and use somebody else's name. You don't need an ID. And you're just out of prison and not speak English and be an illegal alien. And there's a lot of that happening today, no doubt, because of the Democrats. Connor, thank you for the call. Fun talking to you. You know that the best-selling Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier uses Oxy technology, and Oxy technology helps quickly destroy a whole lot of different viruses, odors, mold, spores, and more in the air in your home, in your office. With thousands of 5-star reviews online, you know it works like a champ. We've got 2 of them at home ourselves. Any smell will vanish after just a few seconds with the thunderstorm being on. Odors from trash cans, cigarette smoke, college protesters, no match for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm. The powerful thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules that seek out and help destroy odors. These molecules even go behind and underneath furniture. Nothing can hide from the thunderstorm. You can hold one in your hand. They're only this big. It's not a big, huge thing sitting on the floor. And best of all, no filters to buy and replace over and over again. Saves you money and a lot of hassle, too. So start enjoying your home again and get several thunderstorms, because right now you can save $200 American on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for a whole home protection. You're going to get 3 units for under $200. You can put one in your basement, your bedroom, the teenager's room. Give one to your smelly uncle. Great stuff. Clean, fresh air wherever you go. All you have to do is go to EdenPureDeals.com. EdenPureDeals.com. Use the discount code CHRIS3, Chris and the number 3, to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com. The discount code is CHRIS3. Well, Connor was fun. We've got a lot of, wait till you hear what our government leadership and our diplomats are saying about Israel and Hamas. They actually want Hamas to take over, and they accidentally say it, from what I can tell. Well, this week is National Law Enforcement Week in Washington, D.C. Never to be overlooked, the Democrat Party is especially dangerous during National Law Enforcement Week in Washington. And Joe Biden unleashes a new racist acronym. These people are really quite something, aren't they? It is. I'm gonna share it with you. See if you can decode it. It's AANHPI. You know, they got and it's all about race. It's always about race because they're the party of the KKK and Jim Crow. They're the party of the Confederate States of America, of the tree and the rope and the bullwhip. They're the Democrat Party. Party of Bull Connor and George Wallace and fire hoses and guard dogs. That's the Democrat Party. And now AANHPI is the latest. Joe Biden unveiled it yesterday. All right, so many things to get to. We're going to, we've got everything. Elections, we've got Hamas, we've got Israel, 75th anniversary of Israel becoming a state today. They're being attacked out of Lebanon and out of the Gaza today, and Joe Biden is looking to undermine them and keep them from getting weapons with which to fight the troglodytes. And I want to get to that. Also, you know, fire alarm, we got Jamaal Bowman, the Democrat congressman from New York, and he's the fire alarm guy. They call him fire alarm or 4-alarm Bowman. And he had a debate last night, and he doesn't like the Jews. He's wipe Israel off the map, Congressman Bowman. He's like, hell yeah, kill them Jews. And he shouldn't say them. He should say those. He's a congressman, should speak English, standard English. But we'll get to that as well. A lot of crazy. Now, with that, let's go to a telephone call, Michael. Let's go to Sue, calling from Damascus, Maryland, and not Syria. Sue, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Thank you for taking my call, Chris. I was listening to you talk about with the guy that was borderline Maryland and West Virginia and the primary voting is today.
Yes.
Well, you'll be interested in knowing not only are probably illegals voting, But the candidates for Congress do not have to prove they are American citizens. And I know this because there is one candidate in one of the congressional districts in Maryland who was born in Ghana. And so I went to Jared Damaris, who is in charge of the voting in the state, and I asked him, do the candidates have to prove they're American citizens? And he said, no, they do not. And I said, so we could be going to the polls as Americans and voting for someone to represent us in Congress who may very well not be an American citizen. And he said, yep, that's the way the law reads. And but they risk a penalty if they're caught after the fact. So, I mean, not only is it crazy that I'm in the 6th congressional district, not only is it crazy that 90% of the candidates up here are not residents of the 6th district, and I know that's legal. It is constitutional. I don't like it. I think you should live in our district. But not only is that going on, but now you may very well be voting for someone who's a citizen of Ghana.
Well, you know, a lot of people have dual citizenship, and that would be one thing, but not being a U.S. citizen at all would be another thing altogether, Sue. And, you know, the Democrats have been fighting to get the vote to non-citizens. They did it in New York City, and the state, I think it was the state Supreme Court in New York, came in and said, I'm sorry, but that violates the Constitution. You have to be a U.S. citizen to vote in the United States. But New York City's non-citizen voting law that the Democrats passed, oh, sure, we can have non-citizens vote. Of course. And the courts overturned the Democrats because the Democrats are not on our side. And this is them dismantling the United States of America, the fundamental transformation of America that Barack Obama threatened, or if you're a Democrat, that Barack Obama promised, the fundamental transformation of America, to turn America, the United States of America, and yes, America is the United States of America. Ooh, what about South America? Yeah, they don't call that America. And, we're the United States of America. But the Democrats have been fighting to get the vote for non-citizens and get IDs to non-citizens in many, many cases, meaning illegal aliens. And they're not alone in New York. There are a number of other jurisdictions. And in fact, my friend Brian and I were going back and forth today, and he provided me with a Daily Mail story out of the United Kingdom. Documents reveal trainings to urge non-citizen voting in D.C. This is our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And the headline is, illegal immigrants are being encouraged to vote. Top Republican warns after shocking documents reveal training for non-citizens to cast ballots in Washington, D.C. The Democrat Party is trying to wipe the United States off the map. They're trying to wipe Israel off the map. And this is pretty amazing stuff. Newly released documents about a Washington, D.C. training program for illegal immigrants to vote in local elections. And then, you're already in the polling place. It's election day. You've got the ballots. Why not all elections and presidential elections? Prove the need for the SAVE Act, according to Representative Chip Roy. The radical progressive Democrats in the D.C. city government couldn't be prouder of the fact that they're going to have illegal aliens voting in their elections. Yet they want us to believe that it's going to stop there and that none of them are going to try or be encouraged to illegally vote in federal elections. Give me a break, said Congressman Chip Roy, who is a Texas Democrat. But he's got the documents to show it. Without the verification measures in the SAVE Act, SAVE is an acronym, of course, we're basically asking people who are already breaking the law by coming into the U.S. illegally to abide by the honor system. No way, says Chip Roy. American elections should belong to American citizens, period. And, that seems like a good idea. But Sue, the Democrats, and this, Sue and I have been talking for many years. And, I've been saying forever that Democrats are not on our side. And boy, they're proving it like never before these days, aren't they, Sue?
Yeah, they really are. And here's another fun fact for you, Chris. When you are a state that allows illegal aliens, and by the way, they're not illegal or undocumented immigrants, because you can never be an immigrant unless the country you're going to has given you permission to emigrate. You're either a resident alien or you're an illegal alien.
Right.
There's nothing immigrant about you if you're in here illegally. But the other problem is that states pull folks to serve on their juries by pulling names and addresses from MVA, the Motor Vehicle Administration, and voter rolls. So if you have people voting in these elections that are not legally in the country, you could have an American citizen be found guilty on a jury, and that person has no right to even be in the country, much less serving on a jury. And we proved this was going on in Maryland.
Well,
we proved it.
You know,
and,
Sue, you're just not open-minded enough. You know, you just got to be more open. The Democrats are so open-minded that their brains fell out a long time ago. And this is truly remarkable stuff. Listen, Sue, thank you for checking in. Very nice to hear your voice. And,
thank you, Chris.
You bet. Nice talking to you. Now, I want to get to, because the Democrats give us so much stuff. Let's go to this New York. This is Westchester County. I believe I was born in Westchester County. I was very young at the time, so don't hold me to that. But lived in Pelham Manor, New York, when I was a kid, a couple of different times actually, and that is definitely Westchester County. I was born in Bronxville, and let's go to the congressional debate that was taking place there, because Congressman Jamaal Bowman, who is famous for pulling the fire alarm and trying to prevent a vote in the House that he was against, which was an insurrection and I think a series of felonies. He should have been handcuffed. He should still be in jail without bail in solitary confinement in D.C. like it's January 6th all over again. But Jamaal Fire Alarm Bowman, 4-alarm Jamaal, he is running for re-election against a Westchester County executive named George Latimer. And he's the Republican, and I think George Latimer ought to be the one carrying the day, because it sounds like he might be on our side. Now, they were having a debate last night, and they had somebody who's identifying as a journalist. I'm making quotation marks with my fingers. I believe it's a lady who's identifies as a journalist. And she asks a question of Jamaal Bowman and George Latimer about these punk-ass jihadis on college campuses chanting from the river to the sea, let's wipe Israel off the map and drive the Jews into the Mediterranean Sea and kill them all like the Nazis that they are. And the nice lady asks Jamaal Bowman and George Latimer the question, and they provide very different answers.
Do you consider the phrase "from the river to the sea" hate speech and/or advocating for the eradication of the state of Israel?
Congressman Bowman, let's get your take.
I know some do, others don't. I do not.
I do not.
County Executive Latimer?
I think it is hate speech, because I think it's clear that from the river to the sea has meant specifically the eradication of the Jewish population from the land of Israel. Now, it may be that there are young people who are parroting the phrase because they hear it, they've seen it on the internet. You might ask them, what river, what sea, and they can't answer that. But what's behind the marketing campaign that's being advanced is to try to delegitimize Israel.
To delegitimize Israel from the river to the sea. That's from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea. That means wipe Israel off the map. It's been the mantra and the chant of the death cult jihadis for generations now. And Democrat Jamaal Bowman, no, that's not hate speech. Really? You want some hate speech? I'd like to see what Jamaal Bowman thinks is hate speech, because that will not be hate speech. But Jamaal Bowman, no, I don't think it is, because it's just, kill all the Jews on the planet Earth and exterminate them in a genocidal rage. Wipe out the state of Israel, the only Jewish state on the planet Earth, from the river to the sea. No, that's not hate speech. No, I'll give you a hate speech. You want hate speech? Here you go. Just amazing. No, that's not hate speech. But George Latimer said, obviously it is. You're talking about wiping Israel off the face of the earth. And if that and that's genocide of the Jewish people who know something about the topic. And the Democrat Party is all for it. And he is very much in the mainstream. He's a radical. He's a fascist. He's a racist. He's an anti-Semite. He's just a Democrat, and he's a member of Congress, of the U.S. Congress, along with the likes of those people, Ilhan Omar and the rest. Just amazing stuff. Now, we've got more on this topic because the Democrats are so completely out of their mind. I'm still going to get to Joe Biden with his crazy new racial abbreviations. And we've got RFK Jr. asking for a Secret Service protection because he's concerned that a Democrat might shoot and kill him, which is legitimate. Just amazing stuff. And we got Kamala cursing for you, too. Now, just amazing. Amazing stuff. The Israel things, all Joe Biden yesterday. Oh, my name's Joe Biden, and I work for Kamala Harris. What a buffoon. What a maroon. All right, let's go to the dimwits. Actually, let's go ahead and play that. It's only 10 seconds, that silly Joe Biden thing, because the guy his head is wedged so far into his own dark and remote region.
My name's Joe Biden. I work for Kamala Harris.
Biden. You mispronounced Biden.
I asked her to be my vice president because I knew I needed somebody smarter than me.
Wow, we're all in deep trouble now. Oh, man, I got to tell you, I have shoes smarter than both of them. Boy, just amazing. Now, there are all kinds of things to talk about what the Democrats are doing to Israel, our ally and the representatives of civilization in the Middle East. The Morgan Ortagus, do you know Morgan Ortagus? Very lovely Morgan Ortagus. She was the spokesmodel at the State Department under President Trump, and smart, wonderful, beautiful. And she tweeted out, "Congratulations to Israel, celebrating 76 years as an independent nation today." How about that? This year is bittersweet as Israel is again threatened with destruction by her enemies. But as in 1948, when Israel defeated enemies on all sides against all odds, Israel will prevail once more. Now, of course, the reality is that Joe Biden and the United States of America under Joe Biden are undermining Israel's ability to defend themselves because these guys are not on Team America, the Biden administration. My friend Tom, old high school pal in Florida on the Space Coast, sent me a screen grab from the news that he's watching today out of Israel, and it's I-24 Israeli TV, gets it on his cable system in Florida, and a reporter standing out in the desert. Rocket fire into Israel from Gaza, Lebanon intensifies. So they're being attacked today with rockets from Gaza and from Lebanon, and Joe Biden is standing up for Hamas. Wait till you hear what they're saying. It's astonishing. Hey, looking for ultimate comfort and pain relief? Let's compare G-Defy shoes to other shoe brands that promise comfort, support, and pain relief. Typical shoe brands rely on EVA soles for cushioning, but G-Defy goes above and beyond with VersaShock technology, providing superior shock absorption and energy return. I have a pair. My best girl got her pair of their sandals, got them in the mail over the weekend, and they're really great sandals, hiking sandals. They're great. If you suffer from foot pain, knee pain, back pain, G-Defy's advanced technology may help provide you with the relief that you deserve because G-Defy shoes offer 2 free supportive orthotics to help improve your body's biomechanics, resulting in proper body alignment and the ultimate in comfort. So say goodbye to discomfort. G-Defy is more than EVA soles. It's your path to unparalleled comfort and pain relief. Visit gdefy.com today and experience the ultimate comfort and pain relief that gdefy.com provides. That's gdefy.com. Use the promo code CHRIS30 and you're going to get $30 American off orders of $150 or more. Yeah, wait till you hear what the National Security Advisor had to say. And Antony Blinken, our Secretary of State, these guys are not on the side of civilization anymore. A vote for a Democrat is a vote to end civilization, to enter a new dark age. Hi, yes, we're back. Yeah, the great people at Judicial Watch have obtained documents from the Washington, D.C. Board of Elections, and I'm going to get back to the Biden people selling out Israel in just a moment. But they've got the PowerPoint presentation. Non-U.S. citizen residents of the District of Columbia can vote in local elections under the Local Resident Voting Rights Amendment Act of 2022. Non-U.S. citizen residents can vote in district elections for the offices of mayor, attorney general, chairman, or members of the D.C. City Council, and members of the State Board of Elections or advisory neighborhood commissions. Non-U.S. citizen residents cannot vote for federal offices, meaning the President of the United States. And they are on the honor system to do that. To register to vote in the District of Columbia as a non-citizen, you must be at least 17 years old and 18 years old by the next general election, maintain residency in the District of Columbia for at least 30 days prior to the election. And you know the Democrats are getting all these people registered. And it doesn't say that you have to be a legal resident. It just says you have to be a non-citizen resident, which presumably would include illegal aliens, and the Democrats couldn't give a flying hoot. Sure. And so they're registering non-citizens to vote, and they say just local elections. And Chip Roy, congressman, points out, and then they're on the honor system from there to not vote for president. The Democrats are here to dismantle the United States of America.